Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a one brand tutorial featuring Colourpop cosmetics. If you guys have never seen these kinds of videos before, it's basically just a full face featuring one brand, and I decided to go with Colourpop. I'm really inspired and I really want to start doing these kinds of videos more often, so stay tuned for that. I have pretty much everything for a full face minus a couple of things, but I'll mention that, or I just basically won't use that kind of product. um, but yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. So I didn't have everything that I needed for a full face, so I recently made a purchase off of the Colourpop website, and I will be showing you because some of the things are still in their packaging because I haven't taken them out yet. So let's start off with the brows, and I picked up this Brow Boss Duo Gel and Pencil, and I got mine in the shade Dark Brown. Really nice. It comes with a spoolie and everything like that, so let's just... Right off the bat, it feels super creamy, pretty easy to work with. I've heard really good things about this one, but I heard that the other one, the Precision Brow, I heard that that one is a little bit better quality, but that was after I already purchased this. Overall, it seemed really nice and creamy and everything like that. I don't have any complaints so far, so far, this is a hit. This is what the brow gel looks like. I'll probably go in with this a little bit later. So as far as my eyes go, they, from what I saw, didn't have an eyeshadow primer. I don't actually know if I was like specifically looking for that, but so I just used my NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone. For eyeshadow, I am going to be taking the new Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette. It's just a bunch of neutrals. It's gorgeous. I've never tried any of the 9-pan eyeshadow palettes, and I was thinking about using the frozen ones that I just featured in my what I got for Christmas video, but I decided that I'm going to just do a strict frozen video, and so I will be featuring that later on. But for right now, I'm just going to go in with this. So I'm going to be taking... So looking at these right now, this one up here in Shredded looks like it is just a regular cream color, like a matte cream color, but if you look at it closely, it does have some shimmer in it. So I'm just going to take my Colourpop No Filter Pressed Powder, and I got mine in the shade Light, and I'm just going to use that to set my eyeshadow base. And like I said, you don't have to set your eyeshadow base or anything like that. I just personally would like to, just to really give these eyeshadows a fair chance, because I've never tried these before. This specific palette, I've never tried it before, so I want to give it a fair shot. So I'm going to take the shade right up here in Colada, and I'm actually going to mix that with Lovely Bunch down here. So I'm just going to pick up both of these shades, and I am going to be taking that, and I'm taking that with a Colourpop blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that up in the crease. These are both very like neutral, almost like slightly darker than skin tone color. So they're actually really nice as far as a transition color would go. Because this is a one brand featuring Colourpop, I do have some Colourpop brushes. I don't have everything that I would need. I don't have every brush in like the collection or anything like that, but I will be featuring what I have. To kind of deepen up the outer corner and warm up the crease just a little bit, I'm going to be taking this shade right here in Shell Yeah, and I'm taking that on a Real Techniques base shadow brush. I brought kind of a drastic colored mascara by accident, and you guys will soon see it, so just bear with me. Now I'm just going to take this shade right here called Cocoa Crush right here in the middle. I do plan on spritzing my brush, but I just want to see how this will apply without it. Ooh. That's actually really, really nice just on its own. Just super subtle. Not subtle, but even built up, it looks really, really pretty. But just because that's who I am, I'm going to be taking my Colourpop.
Everything is Colourpop.
I'm going to try really hard not to say that. The All-Star Matte and Blur Setting Spray just looks like this. Just want to see. Oh. Do you guys see like the vibrancy that just happened? And now with this Eco Tools Angled Shadow Brush, I'm just going to pick up this shade down here at the bottom in Nutty, and I'm going to pop that on my outer corner, just to give a little bit more dimension. These shadows, though I've never tried this particular palette or any other 9-pan palette from Colourpop, I honestly expected nothing less. As far as the quality goes, Colourpop has amazing, awesome quality, and I seriously love it so much. Do you guys ever feel like when you're doing your makeup, one eye always comes out better than the other? That's how I feel about this eye. She always comes out better than this one. No matter how much I blend or anything like that, oh, man. And I don't know if it's because like I'm left-handed, and so like the way that I blend is just a little bit different than the way that I blend on this one. So that could be why. But man, I feel like this one just looks like super blended, and this one just kind of looks like not patchy, but just a little bit more harsh than this one does. I'm pretty impressed. I'm just going to quickly clean up the outer edges, and I'll be right back. Okay, moving on into the skin, I'm just going to be taking the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. It says it's a lightweight hydrating primer that refreshes and preps skin for makeup application. Just looks like that. I don't normally go with hydrating primers. I think I've mentioned that. I have fairly oily skin, but during the fall and winter time, my skin is normally a little bit drier. So I'm going to be taking about that much and just applying it all over my skin. Oh my god, it smells like coconuts. Did this all come out together? This smells amazing. It definitely says coconut water right here. It says it's ideal for combo, dry, and normal skin types. Hyaluronic acid, known to hydrate and support healthy looking skin. Coconut water, known to support hydration and skin softness. So yes, it's made with coconut water. I'm not crazy, so and then to kind of balance the hydration and my oiliness, I'm just going to take my setting spray and spritz that all over my face. Okay, that was a little bit harsh. Forehead is like drenched. While that's sinking into my skin, I'm going to go ahead and apply some quick mascara. And I am taking the BFF mascara in the shade Blue Ya Mind. This is a bright blue mascara, you guys. Okay, so now that my eyes are clearly like electric blue, let's go ahead and get on to the face. So I picked up the No Filter Stick Foundation in the shade Light 70W, and I actually have used this particular formula before, but I got a shade that was way too light before, so I got a new shade. Hopefully this one matches a little bit better. So I usually just, this might now be too dark, but we'll just see how it blends out. And I picked up the blending sponge from Colourpop as well. It blends out better and easier, and a little bit more full coverage when you use a brush as opposed to a sponge. But this color is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It might be a little bit too dark, but it's not terrible. And I also picked up the No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 16. And this I heard oxidizes a little bit, so that's why I picked up such a light shade. But that's just what it looks like. I've never tried this, and it's been out for quite some time now. But I hear that it oxidizes just a smidge when you like first apply. Like when you're like first applying it and like blending it out and stuff, it just oxidizes a little bit. So that's why everybody that I've watched who has reviewed this says to pick up just a smidgen of a lighter shade, just so then it will deepen and hopefully be, oh, I believe it already oxidized. It literally did it right before my eyes. I didn't bring an under eye setting brush, nor did I bring my loose powder that I have from Colourpop. That's okay. We're just gonna make it work. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes with this brush, which I'm going to later use for bronzer. But I'm going to take my No Filter pressed powder. That concealer actually gave like some really nice coverage, so I'm pretty impressed. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with this powder as well. And this is just a powder brush from Japanesque. I picked this up at TJ Maxx. Next, we are going to go in with bronzer, blush, and highlighter, and I'm going to pick up my Your Dreaming palette. This one I have actually created myself, and it's just full of a bunch of shadows, a bunch of single shadows from Colourpop, and then these 3 products right here. This one is a Burt's Bees blush that fell out of the packaging that it was in, so I needed a place to put it, and so I'm just going to take that same brush that I used to set my under eyes and pick up my bronzer here, and this is in Private Party. Next, I'm going to take my Colourpop stipple brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here in Glass Slipper. It's a little harsh. I'm just taking my powder brush and blending out my cheeks because lordy, lordy. And I'm taking my Colourpop highlighting brush and picking up this highlighter right here. And this is in Here Kitty Kitty. Beaming. If you don't like beaming highlighters, I would not recommend this specific one. I do plan on doing a my Colourpop collection and or the best of Colourpop video, and that would be just based off of what I have tried. I have a lot of Colourpop cosmetics in my collection. To finish up my lower lash line, I'm just going to take a Colourpop E9 brush, so it's just like a small pencil brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of Shell Yeah and Culotta right here, these 2 right here, and I'm just going to blend those out on my lower lash line. And lastly, I'm going to take my Luxe lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign. This is probably my perfect nude, and it's very, very creamy and comfortable. So I totally forgot about my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Brow Boss Gel in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm going to apply that all over my brows. Feels a little bit goopy, but Overall, I think this shade matches me pretty well. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to keep testing it out. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Okay, guys. So that completes today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.